case something happens to me. I'm okay. I'm alive, somehow. I'm hiding out in the cellar of a house I just came across. I've been trying to get across town to my girlfriend Leah and her family. We lost contact a few hours ago when the cell phone towers went down. I don't think they saw me come in here. I don't know. They seem to be everywhere. I can hear them out there. I can't believe this is happening. Leah, if you're seeing this or hearing this, please know that I love you and I'm so sorry I wasn't with you today. I'm waiting here for daylight. I don't know if they're out as much during the day. They've been more active since the sun went down. I can hear the clicking and the banging outside. Explosions. Gunfire. I had a close call. One of them grabbed my leg. I'm bleeding a bit. But I don't think it's too bad. I should be okay. Oh my God. They're here. They're in the house. I managed to barricade the cellar door. Hopefully they don't find me. I think I'm safe here. I hope. Everything started this morning. It was a normal day until the siren started. The sky turned a bright white for a moment. There was a flash. I was supposed to be off today. I was supposed to be spending the day with Lee and her family at the Good Hope Vineyard for her birthday. Oh my God. My boss called me while I was on my way over there. He needed me to go to a job site across town. I thought I could get it over with quickly. That's when all this happened. After the flash, the power went out. At least, that's when I think it went out. It was chaos. The highway was gridlocked. No one knew what was going on. There was so much interference in the radio, I couldn't get a good signal. The internet was working on and off at that time anyways. I think it's working now. I hope it does. I hope you're seeing this. None of my messages are going through. Come on, Leah. I hope you're okay. Apparently this was happening all over the world. These flashes of light, loud banging and knocking noises in the sky. I could hear helicopters and the sounds of jets flying overhead. I could see smoke pouring into the sky from the distance. It felt so hot out. It felt way hotter than it was forecasted to be. That's when the rain started. It was so much rain. There were no clouds. I could taste it as it ran down my face, bitter, salty. People were leaving the cars on the road. I ran as far as I could. People were panicking. No one could get out. Leah called me then. She said she saw a black sphere crash into the ground out by the vineyard. They were trying to leave but stuck in their car. They were going to get out and try to walk home. The call disconnected and I haven't been able to reach her since. That's when I saw the first sphere. It dropped from the sky through the rain, about 20 or so feet from where a group of us were walking. One of the men I was with approached it as it let out a hissing sound. His phone burst into flames in his pocket. He ran back to us. We could see more spheres dropping now, all over in the distance. They were hissing. The rain didn't stop. It looked dark like coffee. We were covered in it. The group was panicking. 2 of the men were fighting and one of them got hurt really badly. I left them. I ran through a forest to a nearby neighborhood. I know where Leah lives. I was trying to make it to her. I saw a bike in someone's yard. I grabbed it. I needed to get to Leah. It can't be more than 15 miles or so from where I was. I started riding. People were driving fast. There were spheres all over. Cars on fire. People running panicked. Some people were boarding up their homes. I saw people with guns. I could hear the roar of engines, the flashing in the sky. It was so crazy. And that's when I saw them, the open spheres. Where they were once solid and hissing, I could now see that some of them had melted away. They were open. I just kept riding. What else could I do? I could hear the screaming, the crashing, the sirens. I was riding around cars in the streets. Shrapnel. The houses were on fire. There was so much smoke despite the rain. That's when I hit someone. A man ran out in front of me. I didn't have any time to react. I collided with him. It was a split second before he was up and he was on the bike and I was on foot. His face was covered in blood. He had all this black stuff, this black material on his face and all over his chest. I don't know what that was. I was running now. My hand and my knee were scraped up pretty bad from the fall. It was burning in the rain, that black rain that was falling from the sky. What was that? The rain stopped and that's when I saw something out of the corner of my eye. I thought it was a dog at first. It was big, like maybe a big dog. But it made this rattling sound, this clicking, like a bug. I turned to look at it and tripped and fell. It was the most terrifying thing I'd ever seen. It was some kind of cross between a dog and an insect of some kind, but it looked wet. I didn't get a good look at it. It seemed to shimmer in the daylight. It seemed to be moving in and out, skipping around, appearing and disappearing. It looked like it was glitching out or something. That's when suddenly it was on top of me. I felt a sharp pain in my leg. I kicked it back, and it stood upright on 2 feet. I could see that it had a lot of teeth, like one of those suckerfish, a lamprey. It had so many small arms coming from its chest, they all ended at a point. It let out this shriek and this rattling sound. But I had just enough time to get up and run. I could hear it clicking behind me. The sun was setting then. I don't understand how so much time had passed. I ran for a forest and climbed between a fallen tree and a boulder, tried to catch my breath. I was bleeding a bit from my leg and it burned so much my clothes were sopping wet with whatever that rain was. From where I was sitting I could see a row of houses. One of them was on fire. There were all these spheres everywhere, all opened up. I could see some of those things moving around, in and out of the houses. I couldn't see any people. There was no one around. There was no one there. I could see there was one small house to the back, behind all these houses, that was untouched. There was no fire, and those things didn't seem to be around it. One of the windows was open a little bit. The rest of the doors were closed. There were no lights on. It was so dark the streetlights were out. But I could hear so much clicking and explosions and... oh. It smelled like smoke and sulfur in the air. I waited until it was really dark, and then I ran across the yard. I threw up the window and climbed in, closing the window behind me. cellar and managed to barricade the door. And that's where I am now, waiting. I can hear them outside. I can hear them in the house. What are they? I don't want to say what this seems like. I don't want to say what this might be. I've heard so much lately about sightings recently. I've listened to so many people talking about interdimensional beings on podcasts, and this can't be that, can it? There's no way. I have to get to Leah. At first light, I'm going to make a run for it. My leg is burning so much now, and I don't feel well. Something's definitely wrong, but I have to get to her. I just have to make it until morning. What was that? Oh my god, I think they're right outside the door. I think they know I'm here. What is that?